Hello friends, today I want us to come up with a data form that can help us to search through this record by using the first column where once we change the value in this text box, it will populate the records for the corresponding fields. Now, I want us to get started. We press Alt and F11 to open VBA editor. Then we insert a user form. As you can see, I enlarge it so that it can fit my labels and text boxes. So then I add labels. I need a number of them, about 9. So I add the third one, add up to the 9th one. And now having the text boxes, I want now to add, having the labels, I want to add the text boxes. I need about 8. You just continue adding. You add all of them, you need 8, and I'm done. Now with the first label, here we want to write kind of a title of the box. We want it to be, we shall use it to search records. So we can just write here that it is for searching records, search records. We want to change the font size and the background color. So we activate the properties and we want to change the font. Want to change the font sizes, and yes, we set the font to bold and let's say sizes of about 16. That's okay. Then we want to align it center. We align our text center. Align it center like that. Yes. We can change the background color. Just a nice color like that one, like this, like that will do. It's okay for now. Now what we want to do is to edit our labels to the names of our fields. These are these are our fields, so we want to change those labels to read the fields that we have. So the first one is receipt number. So we change the label to receipt number. Receipt number. The second one is date. Then we have description. We have customer key. We have name. Amount and balance, and finally we have transaction ID. Yeah, that is how we want our labels to read. Now we can do some adjustment here so that we can have we can enlarge our first text box here that we shall be using to search the records. So we bring it to the center, and we want to add some 2 buttons, one for moving forward and the other one for moving backward. So we shall add 2 command buttons, the first one and the second one. Yeah, we add 2 command buttons. The label shall be greater than, and the other one we can put less than. So in this one we put greater than, and we increase its font to bold and size 12 will do. Okay, and for this one we do the same, and it is done. Now we want to to rename our text box, and we want our first text box to be, we rename it to text box A1. Text box A1. A1, yeah. And the second one to be text box A2. Text box A2. Then we shall have text box A3. A3. Then text box A4. Text box A5. A5. Then text box A6. Then A7. And finally A8. Now there is a reason why we are putting this kind of a similar name to all the text boxes, as we shall see as we move on. We want to add another button here for exit, an exit button. You can just add it here at the center. We change the label to exit. Change that label to exit. It is done. Yeah. Now let's put some code for exit, and our code is unload me for exit. Yeah, and we can run it. We can run and see if it is working. Let's run the code. Let's run the code. Yes, and it's working well. We move on. For the less than button, we just wanted to subtract, so we write text box A1, text box A1 dot value equals text box A1 dot value minus 1. Text box A1 dot value minus 1. Minus 1. Sorry, minus 1. Yes. For the other one, we just put the same but plus 1. Plus 1. Yes. Now we are done. We can change the font size of our text box A1 to a bigger size, and we make it bold. So our font, we want to change that one to bold and size 14 or even 16 will do. Okay. We can see how it will look like. Put a value like 10. Minus, it's working. It's okay. Plus also is working. Good. Okay. We want to add a procedure here to search the field, to populate the values. So our procedure is find. So we have private sub find it, and we start by defining a number of variables. First one is find fnd srh. Then we have search as string. Then we shall have dim shs worksheet. We have dim is integer, and now we can set our worksheet as sheet 1. We set our sh, that is our worksheet, that is sheet 1. Then our search, let's change it to search item instead. Search item. Let's change it to search item so that we can be able to know. Search item is equal to our text box A1. Text box A1 dot text. That is the value that we shall look for in the field. Our age is in the worksheet, that is sheet 1, column A, the first column, that is column A. And then we find the search item, found the search item, and the whole value. Now if find is nothing, if no value, if it finds nothing, then all our text boxes we want to display, we want them to be empty. Our text box 1 will just be blank, equals blank, and then text box A2, that is text box A2 is blank, and all other text boxes A3, A4, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, all of them want to be blank. Then we move on. If not so, that is if it finds a value for I equals to 8, that is our A2, that 2 value. So for I equals 2 to 8, we have text box A2 to A8. Okay, user form dot controls and text box A and I, A and I. So if it is A1, A2, A3, that is that way. Dot text shall be equal to sheet dot cells dot find row I, close the bracket, dot value next I. So that code simply will populate the values corresponding to the value in text box A1. Then we next I, then and if. Now that is our procedure, and we call it from once you press or when the value in text box A1 changes, it should populate the values. Once you press the less than or the greater than, it should populate the value. So we press that procedure, that is find it, to those two. Let's see how it works. Put a value. Okay, an error. Let's see. Somehow we forgot to put speech marks, opening and closing marks. It is a text box, so we put that there. Yeah, I think now it should work well. Stop, and then we play it again. We run the code. Then we write 17257. Yeah, it is giving us a value. If we press that, when we change, yeah, it is working well. It is working well. Good. Let's add a button that will help us to load the form. Button to help us load the form. So we put the text is search record. Search record. Yes. Search receipt. Better. That is better. Then we shall assign macro to load our form. A macro to load our form. use form 1, use form 1, show. Okay, let's see how it's working. Yeah, it's okay, it's working well. Put a value. Thank you.